Good morning. I'm putting the glasses on because there's a strong bit of sunlight out there. Hello, welcome. My name is Steve and welcome to Forest Arts, my YouTube channel. I've got some royalty-free 432Hz meditation music played in the background. Welcome to my abode. Welcome to my studio. I just wanted to quickly come online and do a video about art and photography and the tools. But first, let me show you that's one of my vases that I recently completed. Beautiful. Been varnished. Anyway, that's not what I was here to talk about. So we're so lucky today in that we have so many tools at our disposal, and we carry one, which is what I'm filming on now, our phone. It is the most useful tool that you as a creator can have in your pocket anywhere. Now don't get me wrong, it's not always the best thing at making a phone call, but hey, it does other stuff. Let me go back. I've always been a kind of person that was creative. Going back to school, I loved to make wooden boxes with sliding drawers, and then later in life, when I was about 18, 19, I used to do the same thing from home, and I used to paint. It was my very early canvas, if you like. And I got into a little bit of photography even back then, but didn't know too much about composition, framing everything up, perspectives and all that kind of stuff. Like most people, they start out, they just take pictures and that sort of carried on into my 30s. But I was sort of having the interest there. I do need a haircut. I have to get one next week. I would say that I got professional in my photography probably 6 years ago. That's when I started taking serious photography and going really in depth into learning the art and the skills, and that's when I started uploading to places like Getty and Shuuterstock and selling my pictures. Now when you very first start out, but you get a lot of stuff rejected, and sometimes you think, oh, forget it. But no, I was talking to one of the agents on Shutterstock, and I said, I'll just treat it as a learning curve. If they read why they rejected an image and think, well, okay, I'll do better next time. And she said, that's well done, that's the way to think about it. And I did, and I just carried on and on. And then they started becoming more approved, and I've got over 600 images now. I think I've got 700 on Shutterstock and probably 550 on Getty. Then recently I've been approved for deposit photos and Dreamland, I think it's called. And another good resource is an online place called Pond5, because you can upload video there as well, and I like to do some time-lapse videos. And so yeah, don't give up, because the tools you've got in your pocket, going back to the phone, most of my images that got approved started out on an iPhone 6S. You really do have a really good quality camera. Now don't fall into the idea that it's just the camera that's making the good shot, because it's not. It's you yourself. You can give a camera to 2 people or 4 people and say, go out and take photos of that statue. You'll get 4 different images. You might get two very same, but they'll just copy each other, but usually you'll get a different composition, different perspective, because it's down to the photographer. We've all got a creative element and we're all different. Now I do have different tools. I have this is my Nikon Super Zoom, and I bought this about 3 years ago, I think 4 years ago, because I wanted to take photographs of the moon and birds, feathered variety. And you can't get too close with an iPhone or a Samsung, whatever device you got. So I've got that, and I've taken some amazing images of the moon. Its only downfall is that it only takes JPEGs. It does not take raw images, which is a bit of a shame. So my more recent tool is this Sony, and it's a fantastic little camera, and it's the RX 100 3. It can slip in your shirt pocket, and it's got a screen here that pulls out. It's really good for getting down if you want to get down on the floor and you can't quite bend down or whatever, or you want to go right up high. I used this recently when I went to see Tyre Wilcox. Went right above the people's heads. It's a really good camera, and it takes raw images. So, and it's got a bit of weight to it. You know, you got a bit of quality there. But there's a saying that the best camera is the camera you have with you. Now, most people are not going to carry a big camera around with lenses. If you have lenses, it's a lot of weight, and I've heard interviews with other photographers that have been doing it for 30 years, and they've just got to the point where they're fed up with carrying a case with about 6 kit lenses. There's a well-known person in America, I can't think of his name at the moment, Justin Holloway, I think his name might be, and he just started taking his iPhone, and he was blown away by the quality that he was getting with his iPhone. And that's not even an up-to-date one. That was about 4-5 years ago. So if you're at that point now where you want to be noticed, you want to start getting into photography, and you've got a phone with a pretty decent camera, if it's a phone within the last 5 years, you've got it. It doesn't have to be a high-end phone. It can be one of the more lower priced ones. They've still got excellent cameras. And don't forget, the camera is just your tool. It's not the thing that's going to create the amazing image. You're going to create that yourself. I've recently purchased a macro lens, and it's up there somewhere, because I wanted to do some macro photography. Now I can do macro on both of those cameras, but like I said, a phone is always with you, and a little macro lens can just fit onto a case straight over there, and I have got some amazing images, and quite a few of them have been approved for sale, which is icing on the cake. I don't do photography or my art to make money and to sell. I do it because I enjoy it. It resonates with me. It's what I came here to do. If I sell and make money from it, but hey, that's icing on the cake. We all need money today for rent and food and cold beer or whatever, you know. It's a beautiful day out there. So get yourself out there. Don't even think about it. Go into the woods. You can photograph some amazing stuff in woods. Pine cones, insects, tree bark. If you're very lucky, insects close up. Landscapes. Do some vertical of trees. Go right close to a tree. Let's just say that's a tree. And just go upwards, you'll take some beautiful perspective shots and create. I mean, you don't need to pay money nowadays for websites. I've got one, but believe you me, when it runs out, I'm not paying again, because you don't need it now. You've got social networks. Let them do the designing. Why? We haven't got time to make websites and do all that tinkering. We're creators. We need to get out and create, not spend an hour a week updating a website, which is not that easy to do. You got your Instagram. Now, okay, I hear a lot of people saying, and even they themselves recently came out and said Instagram is no longer the platform for photographers. But I believe you can still put your images on Instagram. But more important, put your link to your website. Or a third, a website like, I display my art and my photography on a website called artgallery.co.uk, and they're for sale. I do my prints. They're on an American site called Pixels, and they make it look amazing, So there's lots of other platforms which are better, I will say better, for photographers and artists alike than Instagram. You've got Vero, Vero. That's an amazing platform. You upload your image and it stays in high quality. It doesn't get shrink down and squared off. It stays as you see it. And that's a fantastic network. It really is. Some say Twitter is very good. I use Twitter, but not massively. I haven't got a huge following on there. Vero is my main one, and Pinterest. Pinterest is the king of social networks, because it's more than a social network. It's a search engine. When you upload your photo of whatever it might be, a painting, a podcast, a book you've created, you can put the image, you put the description, and the best part about it, you can put the link, so people can click on it and go directly to the site wherever you sort of uploaded your item for sale, or even if it's only for free, like a free ebook, and they can find it and pay for it and buy it and download it and all manner of juicy goodness. So I strongly would urge anyone that's thinking of getting into the creative life, get some networks set up. Now on Instagram, I believe you can have 4 or 5 accounts. I did have. I think I've got 4 that I use. The other one I've forgotten the password for, so I can't access it. But I'll put my social links down below in the description, and you can take a look at my work. And so yeah, you get yourself your social networks, get your Instagram, get a Facebook page. I don't use Facebook hugely, because as we know, only about 16% of the people will actually view your work, because it's a congested network, and I won't say too much about Facebook. We all know what it's like. But as a creator and a marketer, you've got to market yourself. Now, I'm pretty good at marketing. I've always had a thing to do with marketing and advertising. I've worked in sales for 14 years, so I know a bit about it, shall we say. But you've got to become your own marketer, and it's so much easier now with Facebook page, again with a link, and you can do vlogs like I'm doing now. YouTube, get a YouTube channel. You can have I believe as many YouTube channels as you want. I've got 4 or 5. What beautiful relaxing music, and it's 432 hertz, which is, I don't know if you know, but originally music was always broadcast at 432 hertz because it resonates with the body and the mind and the soul. And then at some point it was changed to 440 hertz, which is what we have now. and it's not so good for the body. Believe you me. Do some research on 432 Hz, 532 Hz, and 520 Hz. Yeah, very interesting. I'm not going to get in on that now, but this is to do with creative stuff. So you get, if I were you, I would get a Vero account, a Pinterest account, definitely, get a YouTube channel, and it doesn't have to, don't worry about subscribers at all. I've only got 12. It doesn't matter. Don't just build a YouTube channel to become wealthy. It's very rare. It can be done, don't get me wrong, it can be done, but don't go in with that mindset. Just go in, use it as a place, a platform for you to showcase your work and enjoy it. It's not about earning money. Like I said, that is the icing on the cake, if you like. And if people like and see that you're honest and enjoy your content, and they know that you're not just there to get loads and loads and loads of subscribers and all this kind of stuff, they'll stay. It's better to have 12 or 100 good subscribers that actually enjoy your work and enjoy watching and listening to you than having 10,000 that have only just been either paid for or just been told to subscribe for the sheer sake of it, and then they never watch your work again. So get a YouTube channel. There is Odyssey, which is like an uncensored version of YouTube. It doesn't matter to us creators because we're not going to put anything up there that's likely to be censored or anything like that, but it is there for certain people, like journalists that want to showcase certain words that a lot of these networks are banning certain words today with what's going on in the world. I'm not going to say what it is. They don't want certain truths out there. So Odyssey is pretty good. There are other ones. BitChute, I think, is one. But basically, stick to your Instagram, your Vero, get a Twitter account, get YouTube, and there is another one. EyeEm, EYEM. It's purely a social network for photographers, and you can upload your work, and artists, digital artists, illustrators. It really is good, and if they like your work, again, it can go on their market, and you can earn some cash out of it. So, have I got one of my images to show you? Yes, hold on a moment. Let me just move. That's one of my paintings. See the beautiful varnish. I love not a cluttered room, but I love a room that's full of stuff. Creative stuff. Let me just show you this. That is a sheet of Perspex, because this one came, and I think when I was putting it in, I must have pressed too hard, and it bust. Got a slight crack on it. I know that's hard to see because you got the reflection. You got the reflection from outside window, but trust me, yeah, there you go. That is one of my images. A beautiful panorama taken on the beach around about 9:30 a few months ago at Burnham-on-Sea. Look at the detail of that. Now, what did I use? What did you use, Steve? What did you use, boy? I'll tell you what I used. I used the very phone that I'm speaking to. So yes, that's an iPhone. Panoramas are amazing on a phone. I can do panoramas on my cameras. It's bloody harder to do on those things. That's why I always kept saying, I've always told a few people recently, if Apple, they need to forget about building a car. Leave that to the people who's been building cars for years. Build a camera. iCamera. It would be a massive seller excuse me, because you would have journalists, you'd have people, creators buying the camera. So you would have the hardware, you know, like from a proper camera. It would be simplified in its operation like an iPhone, and you'd have all that deep fusion AI software embedded in. It would be amazing. And they could even sell their own version of their own lenses. They could do a full frame. Yeah. If you're listening, Mr. Cook, seriously consider the camera. I'll probably dream that up. You can have the name. I don't mind. We should all share ideas with each other. Anyway, folks, so I'm going to call it a day now. That's 20 minutes. I've got some varnishing to do. Let me just show you this recent painting that I've done. It was done on a weekend and I love it. A beautiful drippy edge. So I've got to varnish a couple of three paintings actually and get on with the day. So have yourselves a fantastic day. It's Wednesday, it's midweek. Wherever you are in the world, please give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and tell me where you are. I'd love to know where the fans are around this planet. Oh, beautiful birds flying past. It's beautiful because I see trees through every window in my penthouse. That's what I call it. And another thing, as we know today, we're getting so much is being coming into the world now about you are what you believe. Manifestation used to be called cosmic order. Believe in yourself. See yourself creating beautiful photos, beautiful artworks. Tell yourself, tell the cosmos, tell the universe, I will sell a painting this month. I will get noticed by lots and lots of people. And it does work. It does work. So go create and manifest. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today on this vlog. And if you know anyone else that's thinking of becoming an artist or photographer or whatever, or any creator, share this video with them. Have a fantastic day. From me, Steve, Forest Arts.